Welcome back. This is Breezing Through, and I'm Emily. Today, I want to talk about things that just make sense in my neurodivergent house. This was a trend on TikTok, like things that just make sense in my house for a while, and I did a series of videos on this on TikTok probably about 2 years ago now. And so I did want to do like a whole YouTube video on it so you guys can see some stuff, and stuff has been updated since then. So let's get into it. So I would have to say the big one, especially the big kind of updated one, is our couch. This is a love sack sectional couch. We have 8 seat pieces and 8 side pieces. So we have it set up where it is 4 across and 2 deep. This is incredible for my neurodivergent family. It's so comfy. It gives us so much space. The kids can roll around on it. They can wrestle on it. We can all lay down on it and still not touch each other. It is incredible. It also has their Stealth Tech audio system in it. And so you can feel the bass in the couch, and it comes out the side speakers as well. It is so cool. Absolutely love it. The other thing I love about this couch is it is machine washable. So I can throw it in the washing machine, clean it, hang it to dry, and then it's fine. And I don't have to do the whole couch. I can do pieces at a time, just depending on, what gets spilled somewhere, what gets lollipop on it, or whatever. All right, the next thing, and this has been something that we've had to do with having our toddler, who's now 2, is we have a Nugget couch that we got when our oldest, I believe, actually turned 2. That was for her, it was for her 3rd birthday that we got it. It was right before the lockdown happened. And we've been putting it around the perimeter of the couch because our 2-year-old likes to jump off the couch and fall on the floor, which is not really great. But having the Nugget there is like a landing pad for him, but also it's kind of turned into this thing where they jump on and off the couch and the kids wrestle and they go back and forth, and it's just absolutely amazing. There's a lot of sensory input that's coming from having the Nugget and the couch together. It's not something I would have decided to do originally, but it's coming out of necessity. It's really been cool. Is the house bed. Now, this has been something that has been part of my channels since 2020 when I first made the house bed. The house bed videos then just went viral on TikTok in 2021, but I built the bed in October of 2020. This is something I built for our autistic daughter. She was 3.5, and she was still sleeping in a crib, and it was just too small for her. My kids are really tall, and she also loves to sleep with stuffed animals. It's the compression. And so she needed something bigger, but she also liked having like a tent on her bed. But at the time, she was not great with tents. She treated them like a hamster wheel. So she'd get in them and she would just tear them up. It was just not a good fit to have an actual tent on her bed. So I went back and forth for a really long time, and I finally landed on building a house bed. I actually had a good friend that I worked with a number of years ago that said to me, she's like, look, you can do this. I know you can do this. Here's she gave me an idea, and she's like, do it. And I did. And so now we have the house bed, and we've changed it over time. Originally, we had the gate on the front of it to keep our daughter from eloping in the night. And if you have a child that elopes, you know that is terrifying. And it's also actually better for fire safety because then you know where your child is. They're not in the fire or hiding somewhere. We've talked to firefighters about this. It's the best way to do it. Over time, we've added curtains to it. She put stickers on it. We put lights on it, and I changed the outside decorations on it depending on the season. It's just something that we all absolutely love, and specifically my daughter loves. Next thing, we're staying in my daughter's room. I have her schedule board. This is something I created for her actually back when COVID happened and the shutdown happened. And it was something that I knew they were doing at school where they had their daily schedule. And so I created something really just with Google Images. And the more I used it, the more I updated it. And then people kept asking me when I would post about it, I want one of those. Can you make one of those? Can I buy that? And obviously I can't sell Google Images. So I ended up working with an artist from Etsy who was from Ukraine. And I got all of these images and I created the schedule board. And then I actually worked with several people who are autistic to come up with different variations of it. So there's a smaller kid version, there's a teen young adult version, and then there's an adult version. And we have one of these, the kid version, in my daughter's room. And she doesn't use it as often as she used to. It used to be every single night we would sit down and we would like plan out the next day. And that was super helpful for her when she was struggling with like what next activity was going to be, because transitions have been hard for her in the past. So having this in her room has been really great. Again, we don't use it as often, but when we have like breaks from school, so spring break is coming up, we'll be using it during spring break. During the summer when she doesn't have camps, that's when we use it a lot. Again, staying in her room, we have clothing choice boards. So this is something that actually was her therapy team's idea when she was going through a phase when she was much younger where she was really, really, really struggling with changing her clothes. Didn't matter what she was wearing, she just didn't want to change her clothes. And so they came up with this. It was like a bingo board. And it was just to kind of show her that, you wore this already. So it's in the washing machine, because, I can't wash everything every single day. And she would go to school and she would get dirt on her clothes. She'd get paint on her clothes. It's not like she could wear the same thing without me washing it. And it just is not feasible for me to have to wash everything every single day, especially when she had so many clothes. So I've now created a different version of that. And that's also on my website along with the schedule board. And it's these choice boards where you can input any pictures of any clothes. And so now my daughter has these visuals of, instead of getting super overwhelmed by her closet, she can go, oh, I want to wear that. I want to wear that. I want to wear that. So easy, so simple. I actually think I need to do it for myself, because lately I don't think I have anything to wear, but I know I do. So might be a good idea to do it for myself. In the family room, since we've already talked about the couch and the nugget, I have these cabinets that are in the family room, and of course they have doors on them. And if you have ADHD or autism, that's kind of hard because object permanence is a problem. So it's hard to remember what you have. So because I do want to have doors on those cabinets, all of the bins within the cabinets actually are clear. So the kids can open up the cabinets and see what everything is. It makes it super easy, super fast. It's not a big deal. And we know where everything is. Aside from the family room cabinets, almost all of the shelving in our house is open shelving. I don't have cabinets. Try really hard not to have drawers. That way we can see where everything is. That's a really big deal for me, because then we know where things are. Again, object permanence. And then the things that are on those open shelves and in other places are labeled. I'm a big labeler. That way, not only do I know where everything is, but everybody else knows where everything is. So I can say to my husband, hey, I need this. It is in that closet, that set of shelves, that set of drawers. It's labeled. He can go find it, or my kids can, and it's super easy. So I'm super big on labeling things. I actually need to do a labeling update because some stuff has changed since we got back from Argentina, and I'm also about to do a big change up in my son's rooms. Is our shoes and our shoe drop area. My ADHD and my need to have things organized clash here, because I really would like all these shoes to be put away, but at the same time, for my neurodivergent house, we need to be able to see our shoes. So it's just something I live with. I've gone through different iterations of this setup because I have not come to a conclusion of what I want permanently here, but right now this is what it looks like. The other thing is, so it's not just the shoe drop zone, it's the shoes. I hate shoes that tie. We have found Kiziks, which are these really awesome shoes that don't require hands to put them on. That's been great for all of us. We all love our Kiziks. You can see we have multiple pairs of Kiziks. Another thing we have is the art cart. So this is in the closet under the stairs on our main floor. I've created this art cart for my daughter where she can find all of her art supplies. It can move around the house, and then she can do whatever she needs to do with her art, because she's always doing an art project. She can do what she wants to do with her art project, and then she can put it in her little art file folder that is on the wall, and she can keep it. And then over time I go through it and I get rid of stuff that she's not super attached to anymore. It really works for us. We love it. It's just a really easy way for her to access that stuff. So that is a roundup of things that just make sense in our neurodivergent house. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in this, and I can expand upon it because there's so many other things. Make sure if you like this video to hit the like button and subscribe so you can see some more of my videos. Thanks for watching.